Oh yeah, we're it's everybody wants to go on this trip. This is the program's first time to be invited to this event. It's always been a men's event, so we get to benefit off the next 2 years of the contract by having just a women's only field. There's 8 teams ranging from Stanford, who will be arguably the #1 team in the country, to a lot of schools Midwest. You have Oklahoma State, Arkansas, us, Vanderbilt, Tech, and I think Mississippi State, but a small field, but a great field. So I don't think we're ready to get started, but we're starting on Wednesday.
Awesome. Do we have any questions for Coach? Back over to Justin.
I must say it is nice to see. I think everybody's excited about women's golf with the attendance today. I don't know who's behind me, but in the schedule, but it's nice to see everybody.
Not a bad place to start at Pebble Beach, huh?
No, it's funny how people want to help with the luggage and do whatever they can to get on that trip. But I've never been myself, so it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great experience for the young ladies. We get to stay at the lodge, have caddies, so it'll be a great experience.
That is kind of, I know it's a long season, but coming off of what you did and making it to the semifinals, what kind of presence do you think you hope to see, especially with all your returners back, Coach? What kind of momentum can you keep going here?
You know, and to be honest with you, I was talking to a couple guys in the back of the room. And we really haven't looked good since we showed up. We had, Haley Cooper just won our qualifier. We played 5 rounds to determine who was going to go, and Haley struggled. You know, it wasn't a good year by her standards, but it was really nice to see her take that on the chin and come back and kind of lead by example of what it means to really be an Aggie. We named her team captain. I haven't had a team captain in 15 years of coaching, so I'm really excited about Haley and leading us this year. I think everybody else was a little complacent and just thinks that their seat was for granted going to Pebble. But it's kind of, to be honest, it's probably 2 weeks early to be starting. But once again, you can't say no to invite to Pebble Beach. So it's a long season. You know, we go from Wednesday all the way to Memorial Weekend, and every tournament, every round counts. So that's my sense of urgency, and going to try and relate that to them between now and when that plane leaves.
We'll go across to Tyler.
Kind of going off of that, just what's the excitement level to get started coming off a semifinal appearance, and then have you seen that affect recruiting at all, getting that much exposure last year? For sure, recruiting. I would say when we came in 365 days or so ago, there wasn't much presence in state, from a national branding standpoint for women's golf. There wasn't much and we were behind in the 24 class, but we putted out at Scottsdale, and I was on a plane literally the next day to go back out, and it was amazing how many people recognized the logo from being on TV and having that run. So it has the 23 class we were done, and we did a really good job in 23 class. 24 is shaping up to be better than probably what we thought, but 25, the response that we're getting already from that is astronomical. So I think that was the biggest thing. It's probably yet to be seen of the excitement for that. Such a long year, but I think everybody's excited to go to Pebble Beach. But I think what we saw in qualifying really woke some people up. So I'm ready to get back to work today and practice. We were actually supposed to qualify yesterday, but we canceled it, and we're going to practice today to get better.
We'll go to the front left right here.
Coach, did Zoe Slaughter, with her performance this past year, did that live up to your expectations for her when she transferred in?
For sure. Man, I'd love to have 5 of Zoe. She this summer, she had to take some pretty tough summer classes to get caught up from transferring, but had a great North-South at Pinehurst, had a great USAM experience. So I think you're going to have another great year of Zoe, and I think you're just going to see her get better for her next 2 years. The kid, she has an unbelievable work ethic, but I've yet to see her play bad 2 days in a row. She always responds. She accepts constructive criticism, and just a dream to coach. So, and she's a kind of a silent leader on this bunch as well, kind of the gel that kind of keeps everybody together. The girls seem to look to go to her, so she's just as much an asset off the golf course for us as she is on.
We'll go in the back to Tyler.
I know it's not your team, but Sam Bennett winning the U.S. Open, that's got to be I guess great for both women's and men's golf here at A&M.
Yeah, I was having Sam try on some skirts this morning to see if we could disguise him getting on the plane with us Wednesday. But you know, Brian said, I mean, hit the nail on the head with everything about Sam. Just a great young man. You can see his impact in the team building, and I don't. Anybody that's close enough to the program probably wasn't surprised by him winning the USAM. I think for more us, I think it validates that a kid from Madisonville and you know, I think Texas A&M is a golf school. If you ask me, I don't think any of us would not be here if that was the case. But you know, I think they're poised for a great run this year, and Sam being the leader of that bunch. But man, we're just happy for him. You know, the girls came over to the house on Sunday and watched it, and you know, we got a great culture in that building, and you know, that I hope that could happen on our side one of these days too, because there's definitely the ability.
Any other questions for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.